Mm-hmm. Shortcut to sum is if you're in here, go to D10.
D10,
Mm-hmm. So just press out, press out, alternate key, and the equal sign, then press enter. This is a shortcut to adding. So you just do like this and add.
So I press on out and then equals.
Yeah, almost at the same time, out equals, then press enter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's come. Okay.
So this is for if you're adding. And the more you practice, the better you become. These shortcuts, they become like so natural.
Part of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've seen a situation where, let me just give you this example. Just go to L4, type 780, to L3, I mean, type 780. In 5, type 900. Then
so I go to L3.
L3, type 780, 900, just what is on my screen. 550. Just like this. Then in O, you can type maybe 23, 77, 1001, 340, 560. Just imagine, assume that these they are actually coming from different worksheet. Maybe this is in worksheet 1. Then this one is in worksheet 2. Then you are in worksheet. You are in worksheet 3. So you want to sum these numbers. So in here, what you do, you can say equals sum. You do like this. You pick these numbers like that. Comma, you pick these numbers in worksheet 2 like that. And press enter. So most people think summing, you can only do it maybe in one column. You can have different columns in here. These can be columns. If they're not worksheets, they can be columns. And you can still use your sum to add. Because your sum, this is how it is. You can move on. You say, I'm going to add, oh, sorry. So if I tap here, you can see I can add as much as I want.
Okay.
This is basically on sum. Then there's another thing. Go back in sum. This is just a bonus where you want to maybe there's something that you want to type, say in A1, and you have maybe 20 worksheets, for example. In all the worksheets, you want to type something in a particular cell. So what you do, you press Control, then take your cursor, for example, to the cover page, click there. While you're pressing, you'll see it has turned white. Click on it, Excel overview, continue, click on counting, click on if. You can continue up to count if, but let's just click just this. It's just an example. Then in A1, maybe let's not go to A1. I don't know what is in A1. Let's go to AG1 here.
AG1.
type Bowman. Just like that, and press enter.
I type Bowman.
Yeah, just type
I'm still
Bowman.
holding.
Just
Holding.
stop. Just release. Don't hold on anything. I'm sure they are turned white.
Yes, they are still white.
Yes. So go to AG and type Bowman. AG1 and type Bowman.
Okay.
Press enter.
Okay.
Now check on the cover page and go to AG1. You'll see what is there. There's Bowman.
Okay, it's still a computer is so slow. It's still loading. Okay, it has entered. So I go there.
Yeah, just check on all those
okay.
worksheets that you've picked. You'll see
Yeah,
that.
It has got a Bowman.
We normally use these techniques where you have so many worksheets, you want to do the same thing over and over. So it is better you highlight and just type in one worksheet and it picks everything.
Oh. Wow. There are things in this world. Okay.
So in coming out from this, because these now they are actually grouped, meaning that for you to come out from this so that you deactivate what you are doing, you can press in any worksheet which is not highlighted so that muchokemo.
Okay, I've done that.
Kalipoviona boy.
Unamboviona fizi sure. Kulikuwa na vaso.
So here now, why sometimes we use the sum as financial modelers? We don't like adding, like if I'm here, I'm looking at the total, I add 500 plus 15, oh sorry, there plus 50,000 plus 4,000 because I'm ignoring text. I do like this. The moment I change where there was a number here, just do what I did. Say equals 50. This is how you normally add your guys when you're in Excel. Plus 4,000 plus 1,500. You do like this. And so the problem of doing this, of when you're actually adding, using those plus of yours, the problem which is there is that if you decide to change where it is written, where it is typed 4,000, you change, maybe you say, you write Maggie, it is going to give you an error, a value. So undoing, obviously, you know, the shortcut is Control Z. To undo, shortcut is Control Z.
Okay.
So basically they're here. Then to redo, shortcut is Control Y. So the best thing, and this is why we use sum. So the best thing is just to say, well, and there you can say equal sum, then you highlight the whole thing. It doesn't matter. Or highlight it like this. And press enter. So what the sum function does, Vero, it is so intelligent to know what is text and what is not text. So what is text, it ignores and it only picks values.
Okay.
So in this case where there was 4,000, remember that we had written Maggie. So if I write Maggie here, it will still just, it will reduce, it will not show a value error.
Okay.
Because that value error, the way it comes in, where it is picking values and it finds an element which is text, then it's going to give you a value error. So this is how you can avoid value errors in your model. So where there's a text, it is not going to read that.
Okay.
For example, in your budget, you have maybe January figures. I can even show this. I say here it's January, and you have totals. Let me just 7, 9, 10. You have totals here. This is your OPEX. So if someone says on this particular line, maybe this line, this budget line is transport, then someone goes in here with over zeros and says, no transport data. Just write this, no transport data. It should be able to reduce the number here. There, it should be able to reduce the number. But if you are doing more plus, it will show value here. So this is why it is advisable when you are adding, you use the function sum than those more plus too much. Similarly to average, here I would say equals average, and we pick the average, maybe in F, where those Maggie, I change it to say 4,000. So it will pick the average, it will divide, it will pick these two and divide them by 2, which is this average. But there's also a function called average A.
Okay, what's the difference?
So the difference which is there is that average A, it converts all these texts in here, it converts them to zeros and it counts them as numbers. Then it averages based on the number there, based on 6. So meaning that it will be 54,000 divided by 6 because it has converted the text into numbers. The other average, where there's text, it does not count it as part of the number. So it only counts 1, 2, and it ignores all these. Such that if here I write U like this, it will give this 51 there because it will give 50,000 because that is what it is counting as a number. But if we use average A, I would say equals average A and pick this. So it is going to divide 54,000 divided by 6. So it will divide, let me do this. What did I do? Oh, average A, sorry. So it will be 9. So what it is doing, it is picking this 54,000 and dividing it by 6, giving you 9,000.
Okay.
Because with average A, it converts text into zeros.
Okay. Okay. So that one, the first one is dividing. That's 54 by 2, as in
yes,
those are the
because
only
it has ignored all this. It has ignored all this and it has only counted numbers, summed those values and divided by the count of 2.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I've gotten it.
So we go to counting. So what happens here? I'll give you just a practical example. You'll find, okay, just go in C10.
C10, okay.
So in here C10, let's say salary. Sorry. So type 500, type 200. So type 300, type 150. Then in here, do the same. Put, is it an apostrophe that you know that sign? Just next to enter, that sign, then type 610, then press enter.
610, okay.
Then continue, then type 800, like that. Are we there?
Yeah.
Then find the sum in 19 equals sum from here up to there. Press enter. So you have a total of this. These are your salaries. This side, you have the names. So first, just highlight these numbers and take them to your right, which is out HAR, like this. Take them to your right.
Okay.
Now, this side, you have, these are your employees. You have John here, you have Banda, you have Joyce, you have Mary, you have Say, and then you have maybe Mdenda, like this. So you know for sure that the number of employees here are 6. But there's one thing that you want to determine whether, because you are getting this information, this data, you are getting it from your system. It could be Oracle system, whatever system you are using. So there are times when certain values, which seem like they are values, they have been converted into text. You get me? They have been converted into text. You have seen, yes, there's this total here, but you want to do a quick analysis to check whether all these numbers in there, they have been added. They are part of this 1950. So what you do, you use a function called count. You just say equals count. On the text, because this count function, Vero, it only counts values. You get me? So you pick the whole thing, shift control down arrow, it takes you up to 17. You expect that the number that you're going to have in there should equal to those names which are 6. So just do that and press enter. Tell me the number, the count.
I have 5. You
have 5. So immediately, it tells you that in this particular data set that you have, there are some transactions which haven't been converted into values, which have been converted into text. And you can then now use, and in this case, you know that there's one row which has text instead of values. So you can highlight that particular data set where there are values, because you don't know, you don't want to go one by one. Are you there? From there now, what you can now do, you can press F5 or Control G.
Control G.
Control G. Yes, you're looking nice, Mama. You're disturbing Auntie. You're looking nice, but you're disturbing, yeah? I know, silly self. I'll see you. Bye. So you go to special. The same thing, you remember the way we're using this. Don't forget. You go to formulas. No, you go to, you can even press constants because there are no formulas.
So we go to formulas.
You go to constants, press constants. Constants, it means these are imposed numbers. There is no formula whatsoever. Because you're getting this information, maybe it's a payroll or data set or whatever. So then you want to see which are text. So you uncheck numbers, you uncheck logicals, you uncheck errors. Then you press OK. Then you go to home. You go to home and highlight. You can highlight these numbers in whatever color. So you know for sure that this is the text there. So let's undo. You can also use conditional formatting. Just undo. Highlight again. Just highlight. So what you can do again on this, you can go to home. That's method 2. You can go to conditional formatting.
Conditional formatting.
Highlight cells.
Highlight cells.
That contain text.
Oh, that contains text. Okay.
Okay. So here, if you want, you can show the type of text, but there, the conditional formatting, unfortunately, you have to state that it should contain such text.
Okay.
So we can go back to what we had done. Press Ctrl G or F5. Go to special. Let's just redo it. Go to constants.
Yeah.
And check numbers and logicals and errors and press OK. Then highlight. So you're actually saying all those numbers that have text must be highlighted, isn't it?
Yes.
Then now you can press, wherever you are, you can press Ctrl A, whichever cell you are in, as long as you're within that particular thing, like a box there. Press A. Oh, sorry, let's just write here. We show name as well. So we have name and salary. Then press Ctrl A so that you highlight the whole thing. And now we can use shortcuts. You can go to data, but you can just press Alt A.
Alt A.
So it shows you on sorting, it's SS. Then you press SS.
SS.
So to show whether your data has headers, if it has no headers, you click on headers. Then here you want to sort according to salary. Then you need now to go to other options. So you press on options. Here on option to show whether it's sort top to bottom or sort left to right. But that is not what you want to do. You go to cell values. You want to sort that data according to cell color, to font color. There's font cell values, cell color. So you want to sort according to cell color. Press cell color.
Cell color.
You want it to start from on top, which is okay, then press OK. So meaning that all those numbers that look like they're numbers, yet they're text, they'll find themselves down. So we should have, let's just redo. Let's go to data again. I didn't want it to go down. Go to sort. So here, instead of going on top, we want to show that whatever you have highlighted should go on top, but what it means, where there's no color, that is what will start as on top. So say on bottom. Okay, no cell color. Oh, sorry. So here, which is showing order, where there's no cell color, we want it to go only the bottom, isn't it?
Yes.
Then press OK.
Okay. That's gone on top.
Yeah, so then now you know that All these that look like they were numbers, those that are highlighted, they are not numbers, they are what? They are text. So there's a trick that we use, and mostly it is more or less like housekeeping thing, that each time you get data from a different source, from a different system, it is usually that there will be some certain data sets that will convert into text. So what we do to reconvert or to convert what looks like numbers into real numbers, we use one, just one. So you type one somewhere.
Okay.
And you copy that one, Control C. Okay, before you do that, before you copy it, we can go into C12.
Okay.
We can ask Excel whether these that we are seeing as numbers, they are real numbers. We'll ask equals is text. So we're asking Excel using a function called is text.
Is text.
So we are asking Excel, is this 610 in here, the B12, is it text? Obviously, you tell us, yes, it is text. So then we take it down. So you will see when we apply 1, when we multiply these numbers by 1, meaning that we would have converted all these numbers into real numbers. And we are going to force this side. So you go to where 1 is.
Sorry, please, just a minute. Just give me 2 seconds. There's a call.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Okay, we can continue. Hello? Okay, hello? Hello? Hello, Fizz. Hello?
You done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. So what you do now here, you copy that one, Control C. You come where the values are, you highlight, which is Shift Control down arrow key. Or you can drag, but imagine you have 2,000 rows of data. That can be a challenge. Then you can, while you're in here, you can right click. You can just right click. Shortcuts I'll show you later.
So I click where there's 1, I do what? I do Control A.
So where
I do Control C where there's 1.
Yeah, where there's 1, you do Control C. Then you highlight in here, like this. Shortcut obviously is Control Alt V, but if you want, you can say right click in there, then you press on paste special. It brings this. Or you hold Control Alt and V.
So Control Alt and V. Okay, that's done.
Then you press on values. Are you there, Beb?
Hello?
You press on values.
Yes, I am. That's the network. Values.
Values. Someone is greeting you who is trying to disturb me.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Okay, you can go now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, beautiful.
So you press on values, then you press on multiply there, because you're multiplying those numbers by 1, and that's the easiest way to convert them into numbers.
Okay.
Those that are text. Then press OK.
Okay.
You have seen now what is happening?
Oh yeah. Oh, it has converted to now they are all numbers, and even the total at the bottom has changed.
Yeah, even this number which was 5 has been changed to 6.
To 6. Okay.
Okay. So I want you to do B5. There's even a formula there. B2 to
which one is B5? B5.
I've already put a formula. Follow that formula.
So. Okay. Then B2. B2 to G3. It's counting 1.
It's counting how many?
It's given me 1. It's just counting 1.
Yeah, but why has it given you 1? Because it's supposed to be from B2 to D3. Meaning there's something you have done which is wrong. The formula is here, Vero.
B2 to D3.
B2 to D3. So it can give you 1.
No, it's supposed to count from B2.
B2 to D3. It's giving you what?
Hello? Hello?
Oh, sorry, I was mute. Sorry, I was mute. With you, there are how many numbers?
They are now 2.
Okay. Yeah. Muchoko, how are you? They are now 2, isn't it?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, Muchoko. You haven't missed a lot. We just started from sums to and averages. So you can open the workbook that I sent.
Okay.
Okay. So there are 2. Like I had said, Vero, is that this function only counts what? Values.
Yeah.
So if you come in here in D2, I type 5, it will take that to 3. If where there was 4 here, I type W or Y, it will take it to 2. So this function count, it counts values. And I gave a practical example of how you can use count in your data analysis.
Yeah, no, it's correct. I've followed that one.
So then now, from here, we go to if statements.
Okay.
So Utoko, just go to if statements. So there's a function called if, but even in our normal conversations, the moment you use the function if, you are actually bringing in 2 things. You're bringing in 3 things. One is the condition. If that condition is correct, what should be the result? What should be your decision? If not, what should be your decision? So the if function covers 3 things. It covers the logical test, which is the condition. It covers if the condition is met, is true, what should be the result? If it is not, or else, this is the result that we are going to get. So whenever you use the term if, meaning you're actually bringing in the condition. If I pass, I'll do this. Suppose you fail, what is going to happen? So in here, we can say equals if. Once you type that, you see it is in blue. All you do, you press tab, then you can press Control A. Control A is just basically a shortcut that activates this function argument box. So there are 3 things here. There's the logical test, value if it's true, value if false. This is beginners. I know by next week we can go into the advanced, where I'll explain more on the logical such as and, or, the nested if functions. For now, let's just know this. So on the logic test, here we are actually going to say, if A1 is greater than C1, if A1 is greater than C1, if it is true, please type show greater. So, and whatever you type in a formula in Excel, as long as you're hard coding it, you put it in inverted comma, unless it is a number. If it is not a number, you put it in inverted commas. Or else, less or equal.
So you said that if it's not a number, you put it in inverted commas.
Yes, as long as you have typed it, like the way I've typed greater. Unless you're picking it from a different cell, then you don't type. You don't put inverted commas.
Okay.
Let me just magnify like this. Please just do that.
But this one is already, if I put inverted commas myself, like if I move away, it's
no,
putting...
as long as you tab. When you tab, it's on top. When you tab, it will bring those inverted commas.
Oh, so I just have to type, then not put them manually.
Yeah, once you type, then you can tab will go down. But the last one, you have no option. You have to put those.
The one at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. long as continue to know what I'm life into my greater than less than. Nakapeza nikama tena life tunanivuta tunakuchoka che kufana.
Watupeza futhi. Muchoko otuziva.
Sini matufuna.
Tupunzira 9 hapa.
From childhood to my greater than my value, which one is great?
And then my nephews na my nieces wangu wakabwera wakachoka school shinka ni problem wakakufunza hapo ka nikupanga busy.
Sini matufuna ni matuta mix up. Anyway, nzakumbuka. Okay, so less or equal.
Less or equal, but you put my inverted comma.
Yeah, I've put to my inverted commas. The one at the bottom, then top of hash to that work. That's what you said, eh? Can I press OK? Okay.
What is showing there? Is it greater?
It's at less. It's showing less or equal.
Okay, let me press enter as well. Okay. So less or equal. Now, what happens is that because you have put the formula there, if you change in A1, for example, you type 15, it will show greater. If you go on there, you change to 34, it will show greater than nothing, whatever, less or equal. So that is how this if function works as a basic first.
Where did those figures come from? Sorry, I am a kutai.
I am going to type a 8, Kyle. I'm just trying to show you that here there was 8, there was 9. This is how you got greater what. So I'm saying, for example, in A1, you have maybe 12. This output in A3 should change to greater.
Okay. Okay, I thought you were my formulas na okay,
So this is the basic on ifs. Just know that on ifs there are 3 things. It's the condition. It is the result if the condition is met. The result if the condition is not met.
So what does it tell us, this one? That if A1 is greater than C1, so it should either state less or equal or greater. So
here what it tells you, if say that 12 that you have in there, since there was 8, here there was 8 here, for example, you are saying if 8 here is greater than 9, if it is true, state it, or say, if it is true, I'll say give us greater. I'll put it in there. Or else give us, meaning that it could either be less or equal. So meaning that if here I typed A, it will show because it will be equal to that one there, to be less or equal. But if I change, I type 13 there, it will show that it is greater. Understand it, because now when you go into the intermediate part before you start doing the modeling, you need to understand these if functions. It's just 3 things. There's a condition. If you say, if I go to church, if I don't go to church, I'll go to hell. Meaning that if you go to church and you do all the things that are supposed to be done, you will go to heaven.
Okay, now I understand now. Oh.
Now, we move from here. We go to count if. Go to count if. So now, on count. Sorry. So we are going now to look at an upgrade of the count function, which is the count if. With the count if, you are again given a condition that count if you find the Myron brothers. Count if you find management employees in this data set. Count if you find the unionized employees. So like in this case, you can use this count if function, Monga when you develop your performance dashboards at the bank. You have all these people and you have maybe you're using your balance scorecard or whatever performance metrics that you use at the bank. So you want to check how many departments met the target. So you have come up with some target of some kind. So how many met that target? Before we look at that example, let's just go down here. We show that you have departments in the bank. I know there's treasury. That is where most people make money and want to. This is more or less treasury is like traffic police department, because cops always want to go to traffic. And when they are deployed to Shangombo, they sometimes commit suicide. So you have treasury, you have Choco, you have treasury. This is the traffic of the banking sector. Then you have much of Pinango. Is it operations?
Operations.
Which ones? Which ones?
They have credit risk.
Credit risk.
Credit risk. Corporate banking.
Corporate banking. Okay, that's up, man. So these are the departments. And here, these guys maybe scored 75%. These ones from their thing scored 55%. These ones scored, say, 80%. These ones scored maybe 93%. And you're saying the target should actually be maybe 77%. So here, you're there, and then all you're actually saying is that you want to see, we say, count if, just as an example, to go to the practical part, count if, I'll pick this range here. And I will say, count anything, anything that is greater or equal to, greater or equal to 77. So we'll do like this. We'll say inverted comma because we have hard coded that. We have also hard coded this and an ampersand. Maybe before I introduce this and, but I just want to show you can do like this. Before I introduce that and, I can just say inverted comma greater or equal to, then I'll type 0.77. Inverted comma because 0.77 is 7%. Then I'll do like this. So it shows that there are two departments that met the target. So if, for example, this goes to 95, there will be 3. If this goes to 99, there will be 4. So you count if, Choco, to determine which departments met their target. Vero, is it okay?
Just do the formula again. I think it's not.
Okay, first, it's a copy this. We do it together. Okay.
Okay, I think I just missed it. Where after you highlight the ones you want to check,
it's like this.
From treasury to black corporate.
Okay. Count if, Control A. So you highlight these up to there. Then now this is the range. Then you go to criteria. So criteria, what you're looking for is anything that is greater or equal to 77%. So as long as you are typing it in the function, the formula, you do inverted commas. So it will be greater or equal to 0.77 inverted comma like that. This is method 1. Have you done that? And press OK.
Yes, I've done it.
So method 2, because what we have done there, it means that whenever you change the target, you have to go back in the function, in the formula and change, which is not the best practice anyway. The other method would say equals count if Control A. What is the range? The range is there. The criteria would say inverted comma greater or equal to inverted comma. Then we will bring in a symbol called ampersand. Those days in school when you were at Olofea, Mchoko, you used to call it and this sign. We use this sign to join numbers, to concatenate. There's even a function called concatenate. So this ampersand, which when I'm Olofea, they used to call as the and. We use it to join, then I'll go to the target up there and press OK. So meaning that if we change the target, for example, we change the target to 95%, we expect only 2 that will qualify, at least here to show. There, unfortunately, because you had hard coded, meaning that you have to go and change in the function. Imagine like this. So in financial modeling, we discourage hard coding numbers as assumptions unless those assumptions, they do not change.
Okay.
Okay. So
the answer is supposed to be 2.
Because now you have changed your target to 95%. And only operations and treasury, those are the only departments that met the target. If you change this target to 50, for example, you have all the departments, meaning that here again, where you had hard coded, you can come and change to 0.5. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So we can go back to the top here. So we want to know the number of times had A performance. So now you have this is your performance grading system, A, B, C, D, whatever in departments. So we want to see how many times as departmental performance, how many times you had done A performance. So you do the same thing, you say equals count if tab, and press Control A to open so that you understand what you're doing. You get your range up to there. Then you go to the criteria. Criteria, you type inverted comma, A, inverted comma like this. Like that. Have you done that?
Just doing it. Okay.
Fitz, I'm going into another meeting. I'll rejoin you in about 5 minutes.
Okay, okay, not a problem, Chuck. Okay.
Then which one is A here? A.
A.
Okay, I've entered the range. Then I use salary name. Which one is A? So
Here. Only C2 to C to H2. Did you enter that?
yes, I have.
So then in the criteria, you're looking for A.
The same one, the column, the C2.
No, you are just entering. All you are doing is that you are entering to, you just want to know how many times you have done A performance as a department.
Oh, okay. I've done it.
Press OK. So it shows that the time, based on the data I have here, what have I done? It shows that the time that your department had done A performance was only once, and that occurred only in October.
But it's giving me 0 myself, right? That's the
but you have an A.
Yes, I have an A.
Let's do it together. Equals count if, I'll do like this. the range is from here, from C2 to H2. Are you there?
Yes.
Then criteria, since I'm typing A, I'll say inverted comma, A, inverted comma, close. Then press enter.
Okay, it has given me 1. But if I use that function argument, it's giving me 0.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Let's do it together. Equals count. If tab control A. You come here. So range, you move from here to there. It's still the same thing. Criteria, inverted comma, A, inverted comma. You should be even able to see a preview here, which is equals 1. You should be able to see that.
Okay. Okay, maybe let me put the inverted commas again. I think that's what the problem is.
You have to put inverted commas.
Okay, it has come.
Always, whatever you're actually entering, as long as you're typing it, you put the inverted commas. Press OK.
Okay. Yeah.
Or ideally, you can use this count if CA inverted comma equals A. You can do that. It's one and the same thing. So if we are to change this to A, and it doesn't matter whether it is an uppercase or lowercase. It is not case sensitive. You have seen the A here, which I've put.
Oh yes.
It doesn't matter.
As long as it's A.
Yeah, as long as it is A. So there you can still do the same thing. It's just you can change the part of the formula, but it's still the same thing. You pick the range up to there, comma, inverted comma equals A, inverted comma, close. Still the same thing.
So you put an equal sign before A.
Yes. Then.
Okay, that's come.
So it's just about practicing. You can even start developing your performance, whatever dashboard, depending on the reports that you generate, so that you don't waste a lot of time. You just throw in data, it gives you all the dashboards you want. Yeah.
Okay.
So just delete what is in F9. Just delete what is in F9.
Okay.
So there are times when maybe you get this payroll database and you want to know how many are sitting in a specific grade. So like in this case, you are actually looking at maybe a grade called GP9. You want to see how many are under this grade. So you go in there again, say equals count if. Let's do Control A if you want to. You pick the range, which is from C9 to C16. Depending on the number of employees you have, maybe of 500, 700, 800, you pick that range. And the criteria, you want to know how many GP9s are. So you press in E9. So why you are not hard coding, putting the inverted commas, because you are not hard coding. That GP9 is in a cell, so you are just picking. Sorry, my internet is not stable. So you pick E9 because that is where your data is. So you don't need to put the inverted commas because you're not hard coding. So you press OK. So it shows that the GP9s are 2. So for example, if this was GP9, it will show that you have 3. So it is counting. You can move from here and say, we want to know how many M9s are in this organization. So it will show that there are 3. This is a very important function. Vero.
Yes, hello?
Are you following?
Yes, I'm following.
But don't follow, also do. Practice.
Yes, I'm practicing. Apanza funika chenga tiyasida ni temo foot my video, but I'm following.
I'll post that posting up YouTube. So this is how.
Okay.
Now there will be also issues that where, say, the board of directors, you're going to a meeting or your management, they ask you, Vero, how many people are getting 10,000 and below? Or how many people are getting salaries, they are getting 10,000 as salaries, 10,000 kwacha? How many people are getting 10,000 kwacha and above? How many people are getting less than 10,000 kwacha? So using a function called COUNTIF, you should be able to generate the information that they want. So like in this case, we want to know how many people are getting 10,000. So say equals COUNTIF. You open it like this. So on the range, we pick, this is the range up, down there, from H10 to H17. What is the criteria? Criteria, we are actually looking at people who are actually getting a 10,000. So press like that. In K10, just do that.
So this time I don't need to put my inverted commas, just pick like that.
Yeah, why? Because you have linked it to a cell.
Okay.
And again, if it is a value, you don't need to put inverted commas. For example, if it was just a value, I'll just do like this. I don't need to put an inverted comma. I only put inverted commas when I want to show that it is greater or less, or it is text. Because here I could do like this. I would say inverted equals inverted. Then I could type in 10,000. It will not show. So until I do this, even if I do that, that is when now to show, because I've put and to join these two. But you see that from the other component there, where it is 10,000, where it is 10,000, I don't put inverted commas because it is a value. But here, what we want, we just want to pick the 10,000. So equal to in there. Then I can press, we press equal, we press OK. So it shows that in this data set, there's only one person who is getting a salary of 10,000 kwacha or $10,000. The second thing is that they might also want to know how many are getting 10,000 and above. So in this case, we'll say equals count if again. So we pick the range up there. The criteria is anything, so say inverted comma, greater or equal to, and because we are joining this, and then we pick the 10,000 from here. And
greater or equal to, inverted commas, and then okay.
Press OK. What are you getting?
Sorry, I'm getting 5.
So change any of the numbers that are below 10,000, change it maybe to 12,000 and check the thing that you're going to get from the side.
So let me change 12,000. Give me 6 now.
So we can go down here and pick the number of people who are getting less than 10,000. So we can say equals count if Control A, range, we pick that range from H10 to H17. Then the criteria will be inverted comma. Here we are told anything that is less, inverted comma again, and then we pick the 10,000 from here. It should be able to give you a preview. Like in this case, for me, it's showing 3. For you, I'm sure it is 2, if you have done it correctly.
Just a minute. Giving me 2, eh?
Yes. Why? Because we have changed one of the numbers which were below 10,000 to over 10,000. I think you converted to change it to 12 and do like that.
Yes, I changed to 12. So it's giving me 2. Okay.
So as you change these numbers, you'll be able to see.
So it just counts and lets you know, okay, these are the numbers. It's very interesting. Eh?
And for your analysis, obviously, when you're dealing with payroll analysis, you cannot miss average because you'd want to see the average salary. So you can still say equals average, and you pick there, which you have done. So you're actually saying that the average salary is, say, in this case, for me, it's 9,938. Yours is higher than 10,000. But then you're actually saying, if you want, you can use this number to see how many people are actually getting above the average, how many people are getting below the average, and do your analysis intelligently.
For me, my average is like 10,000. 10,900.
So if you find, yeah, it's 10,000 because of the 12,000 that you had. So if you find this question when you're doing your analysis, you find that there are so many people that are above the average and above. Just know that your system, your grading system, your payroll system, your whatever system, in the way you award salaries and the like, it is fair. But and you'd find such in countries like Norway and Sweden, because it doesn't matter how far you have gone, how much skill you have, you will get a salary almost closer to a sweeper and something like that. It's a very fair system. But if you come to this part of the world, you'll find that mostly there are a number of people that are below the average. So below the average, then what you know is that it is top heavy. So when they count, you find there are 4,000 employees, but out of those 4,000 employees, only 1,000 get a very good salary. The rest will be.
They're underpaid.
Yes. So why we do that analysis, you'd want to see the gaps and the way the grading system, the salary awarding system is. If you find that so many people are below the average, it means that it is top heavy. If you find that a number of people are almost above average, they're above average and above, then that particular system, it is very fair to God. Maybe not to a human being, because a human being say, no, me have a master's, no, me have a PhD, no, me have these skills. But to God, that system is fair.
God's system is really fair, Maninga. Really fair.
So those are the analysis. When you're doing your reports, those are the analysis you have to put in. Certain things that the moment you put it in there, it actually attracts audience and attracts questions. And it starts questioning how you do things and the decisions that you have made.
Okay.
So we end here. Very interesting. Yeah. So I will send the video. It's just that we do not have power, but I'm sure by 14 there will be power. I'll even send this on the, I'll give you the link. And the other videos that we have.
The other two as well.
Yes, I'll post them.
Okay. I will appreciate, because this like it came also by the time we meet tomorrow. At least